Yeah, yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is the Littlefish meeting. I think we're at 11 or 12 right now, and I'm going to share the screen actually, so people can see what the website looks like.
We made some last time changes here, and I hope it's clear and understandable. If you have comments, please tell me so I can change it as soon as possible.
I did on the subscribe. Try to hit your subscribe button.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Oh, you
fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to the subscribe page. You have to, yeah.
Okay,
if you
let me
write
try
down,
it again.
Yeah, your email, we can see it right now.
So what does it do when we subscribe?
It's adding your email to our mailing list.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, also we should add it to Cardano After Dark, Simon, something like that.
True, yeah, we should do that. I talked with Melissa about it already. We can set something up.
Yeah.
Wow,
Derek, you
sorry.
will receive a confirmation. Sorry, Manuel.
No, I'm sorry. I just went back to your first page and the scrolling down like that. Yeah. Did you guys catch that? Like you go into the page and you have to scroll down and it goes down. This is absolutely amazing, Jem, or whoever's creating this. This is incredible.
This time I created all of them.
Right, so when you scroll down, it says start your journey. It's a really nice graphic.
Yeah, it will be the same, I think, in the game. Yeah, when we have a game, they will dive into the ocean and they will find colonies for themselves. Or if they cannot find the colony, they will create one for themselves.
Really incredible, Jem. I think I know you do this above and beyond what we could ever expect, but that's absolutely a beautiful introduction.
Thank you.
I think there was something that
didn't
work for me. If I click on roadmap, I don't get anywhere.
No, it's empty right now. I will fill it, but you can go right and left. Yeah, please close that page. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Can you close the right pane? Yeah. Okay. It's the third page, I think. Yes, this is the third page, and if you go right with your mouse, it will go to the other page.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah.
That's the last one, right? Yes. We can just switch through. Nice, perfect.
Thank you. Do you have comments that you want me to add to the website? We worked on that one today with Yoram Chakan and I.
So the only thing I noticed when I went to subscribe, you click on it and then you have to X out of the screen. That's
yeah,
the only.
Okay, I will fix that.
I know you will, Jim, and I know you're going to make it perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you can also check the documentation, Simon. We have the draft white paper. You can go through the white paper link. Yeah, it also, yeah, you can go like that also.
So is there some way of, because you've got, you know, like you've got a link to proposal right now, right? And it takes you straight into Idea Scale. And unless you're signed into Idea Scale, you won't see anything. It'll somebody outside of Catalyst won't know what's going on. It'll look like a bad link. Is there a chance to explain that a little bit about what that is? Your proposal for Fund 8 for people that aren't signed into Idea Scale?
I think there was a site for that one listing the proposals, but it was not read when I was doing that page.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name. Cardanian site.
Oh,
Yeah, because I know I can get into it no problem because I'm signed into Idea Scale all the time. But somebody else,
yeah,
it won't work for them.
Yeah, this page. Is it ready? If it's ready, I can edit.
Simon or Yoram, do you know, is this page ready?
Not for Fund 8 apparently, maybe in the assessment general section.
Well, the page of the proposal?
No, this
No,
page on the screen.
because this is a tool that shows you the proposals and you don't have to be signed into or signed up for Idea Scale, right?
The voter tool, it's by M. I think it should be ready, but I can ask.
We can just use maybe print screens. Just put the proposal directly into the website, or
Yeah,
we
you
could
can
link to
basically
our
download,
Google document.
You can download the PDF of the proposal when you do print, and then you download PDF and put it anywhere and just have a link for that.
Oh, really?
The PDF version is pretty bad though. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't
look
render HTML properly, so I'd rather not do that if it was
Yeah, I
possible.
think anybody serious about supporting it will go ahead and create an account on Idea Scale.
So,
Yeah, that is true.
so what you can do is have some sort of form where a person can read it off Idea Scale and include the Idea Scale link. Because as somebody outside looking at this website, it's really important that you don't go to a bad link. And you know that. So sorry, Derek, that's why I think it's important to have this, whatever you're going to work on first.
Yeah, I think
so maybe we could just put a disclaimer for that.
I think
Yeah, we can add it to the page 3 of Littlefish Foundation website.
I think the Fund 8 voting tool for Fund, I think that should be available any day now, right? Maybe we can link it to the Cardano Catalyst voter tool when it's up. Maybe I can ask Victor about that. How about that?
Yeah,
The
that
other
would
thing,
be great.
The other thing you also don't want to do is send somebody down a rabbit hole, right? So if they open the link to the voter tool, do they have to find your proposal? This may be helpful, but it could also be, you know, whether it's images that you print out and show the proposal plus a link or some other thing, just so long as somebody doesn't get lost.
Yeah, I think I put it on the website for Cardano After Dark, and I feel like the more I looked at it, the better it looked, because you also saw the assessments later on in the voting stage and the replies as well. I think, yeah. I think we should do it that way. But I mean, well, however you guys want, of course.
So Jem, it's possible to do both, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's okay.
Okay, do both plus the link. Perfect.
Right.
Yesterday, I sent an email to Dr. M, and she already made the comment for us, and I think she made the assessment for Littlefish, and she told me IOG will help on NFT marketplace and the token design. So
amazing.
we will have joint sessions with IOG.
Perfect. And did you mention to Dr. M that she needs to also give feedback so that her proposal, her assessment won't be kicked off this time?
Okay, yeah.
Because that would be important.
Okay.
What happens if somebody, you know, just says great job and they point all these things out? Unless they give some sort of feedback, their assessment may get knocked off. That's my understanding.
Okay. I will write another email today and tell this. Thank you.
All right. Do you want to go into the proposal?
Yeah.
So, and I'm sorry, you said that the roadmap isn't ready. The link to it isn't ready. Is that right?
Yeah. Just the link. I will add the link there. I'm sorry. I forgot it.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Jem, you forgot something with all the things that you're doing.
Yes.
So can you spread the proposal to your friends so they can make comments and they can give kudos to us? That will be very nice.
Now, you have the link to the Littlefish website in your proposal or not?
Yes, we have it's on the below side.
It's on the in idea scale? Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because we can also do a little blurb for you in Cardano for Climate Telegram with the new website. Once you're ready to do that, you know, once the website's ready, then we can do that. Because I think that someone going through your website first and then seeing your proposal is going to be, you're going to get them hooked, literally, like a little fish.
Oh, we could add that hook at the last page. Could work.
Yeah. Okay, I will inform you when the website is ready. I think it will be about 2 hours after we finish our meeting. We can send it to the Cardano for Climate community.
Perfect. And if you need any help with a little write-up or whatever, just send it to me, direct message. I'll help you out if you need it. And then we can send it out. We can also make it an announcement in the Discord, which would go to anybody that's following Cardano for Climate.
Okay. Now Bilge will present our presentation. She will make it on IdeaFast, and we will also expect your comments. Simon, can you open the presentation?
Sorry, where is the presentation?
Oh, good. Just a second, I'm sending.
Hello, Bilga. Nice to meet you. And you're on mute at the moment, I think.
I'm not on mute as far as I know.
I just heard you now, but you were, it looked like you were saying something and I couldn't hear you.
But I'm not on mute now. So where in the world are you actually?
Who, me?
Yes.
Halfway around the world in BC, Canada, West Coast. And you are in Turkey?
I'm in Ankara, but I will be attending my girlfriend's divorce proceedings, who lives in Canada, online next week. The world is small.
The world is small. It's more connected now than it's ever been before. So for some reason, your sound, it may be just mine, but I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Can everybody
It's for all of us.
Melanie?
It's very low.
Is it? How is it now?
It's
Do
kind
you
of
have a
similar.
microphone on a headset or something? Because sometimes with Felix, he's got his microphone too low. This is a good thing to sort out before Idea Fest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you. Yeah.
There's a tiny up. Yeah. Tiny up button next to the microphone.
Done this from my laptop. Actually, my laptop is much better than the house screen. How bad is it now? Can you hear me now?
It is better. You still sound a little bit far away.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna connect back from my laptop in 1 minute. I'm sorry for the delay, but the sound will be better.
Okay.
Don't stress. It's all good. This is why we're doing it now. So will she say that this quote is by Amy Poehler? Because I don't see the name, the quote on the slide yet.
Yes, yes, you're right. I will add it.
It's such a perfect quote, though, reading it, Jem, or whoever picked it, because I think about Cardano for Climate and how hanging out with you guys has definitely changed my life forever and for the better.
Thank you, Melanie. I found that one in a website about collaboration.
All right, is my sound better now?
It's perfect.
Oh, fine. How good, how good. So the presentation is as such. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself a little bit since I'm getting to know you guys better day by day. I am real estate agent by day, mom by afternoon, and apparently a little fish by night. So that's quite a lot to carry, but it's okay, I'm learning. I know Jam since a good heavens, how long has it been? A good 16 years now, more than 20 years almost. He was my dive buddy, but over years and years, I observed him in many given circumstances, and he's a perfectionist. He doesn't even think about these things. I've never seen him not succeed. So he will surely succeed in whatever endeavor he embarks on. I trust him very much on that one. So when he held my hand to join this, of course, I agreed with it quite immediately. I am a layman in terms of IT and in terms of the metaverse and in terms of all of this. I'm a layman, so this only makes sense that I be able to understand this and I be able to present it also, because if I can do it, anyone can. So guys, here goes. The Littlefish is a foundation. It's a DAO, which we aim to find people of our equal who challenge and inspire us, and we will willingly spend a lot of our time and effort with them, and we will change our life and the life around us as we know it, hopefully. And we will do this not alone, but we will come together with friends. We are never alone. We will come together to form colonies. Is my sound getting to you?
Yes.
Great. So we will do this by...
Should I use the slides? Should I go into slideshow and...
Yes, please.
Which slide are you right now?
Second one.
Second one, all right.
And Bilga, I could be wrong, but I believe it's DAO. Do we say DAO or do we say DAO?
I mean, both could work, I suppose. I don't know.
It's usually said DAO.
Okay, that's fine. DAO, okay, fine. It's a decentralized autonomous organization, which is described by code and not by governments and leaders. So it only makes sense if you want to make the world, if you want to not fund governments via taxes and we have no say in it, but this way we have more say and we don't pay taxes either. If everybody uses the system, basically we don't fund a system which is not our own at all, and it's a good thing in the very long run. We are the grassroots of the system. This is a system by the people, for the people, and we define ourselves in this situation as Littlefish. So we are the individuals of the system, and we come together to form colonies, and these are people with like-minded people which have different skills, and together we form colonies. In these colonies, we establish communities of creators and businesses and causes and charities, and they all have a function because we fight for something and we market it through businesses, and we have our causes and we fund it somehow, and it's an all integrated system which has its own coin system and definitions of what we support how, and colonies have their own different causes, and we Littlefish are able to do this not on our own, but as groups of Littlefish forming colonies. And we can have whatever cause we want, we can have whatever skill set we want, and it all finds its place within the system. Can I have the next slide? Thank you. So through these colonies, we actually have a cause, and we perform real world activities such as, I don't know, cleaning up a beach in Amasra, and like giving people a reward to clean up the beach, and publishing proofs of this, like photos of this, drawings of this as non-fungible transfers NFTs, and people will verify this, and then we have proof of what has been going on. Basically, we prove that we take action for whichever cause we might be defending. This might be, I don't know, like trying to prevent Alzheimer's disease, or trying to reform agriculture and soil works, or like helping donate food for the immigrants in Ukraine. Whatever cause we might have, we need to perform actual real world activities and publish their proofs, and then people will start donating, and it will become a snowball that will keep growing in the long run. Not long run in terms of IT technology. So it's actually, once the system is up and running, it will happen in a short time. The long run is actually not the same as what we perceive in the real world. It all happens quite fast, from what I understand. So can I have the next slide? Yeah, so we need money to defend whatever cause we might have, and we do this through donations and action sales, non-fungible transfer sales, staking, reward sharing, and colony tokens, which will all be designed and helped out. And I mean, hopefully we will have a user-friendly interface, which laymen such as myself can also initiate and get a result out of it. Will we, Jam?
Sorry?
Yeah. Will the regular little fish be able to initiate and do all this on its own?
Yeah. Yes, it will be so much easier for the end users to create colonies and receive donations and receive NFTs, or there will be stake pools for the colonies that they are outside of our scope, but we will make it easy to delegate to those stake pools. And also there will be colony tokens that we will set it up with IOG, the Cardano itself, and we will have an NFT marketplace for each colony, and we will have the rating system, and all of them will be available to the end users.
Excellent. Excellent. Can I have next slide? So, go back. So this is the next slide, or the one before was?
I think that is the next one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks. So what do colony members do? We have a membership of our own, and we influence and endorse the system. We market the system to our friends and surroundings, and people who are like-minded with us will eventually gather up. And here we will have our unique creative efforts. This can be visual arts, this can be filmography, this can be classical arts, this can be performance arts. And via these efforts, we will support a certain cause, either by donating or purchasing, or by producing an NFT. So basically, the next generation of people are not only knowledgeable people, but they are artistic people as well. They have it's the time of people with a certain artistic capability, who also care more about the environment than the industrial revolution people. So this is a very flexible system in which we can really express who we truly are to achieve an end, to a means to an end. We can do this via all sorts of creative or actually code writing skills. Can I have the next one? What can we do? We can, for example, transform the already existing notions of non-governmental organizations into DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. So basically, what does this mean? In certain NGOs, there's the board of the NGO, and Then there are the members, the funders, there are certain activities of fundraising, but the members have no say in the causes. The causes are defined by the board, and certain actions are taken by the board, and the members contribute to it. Whereas, for example, if we were to name our system Blue Peace, then we would be able to create our own causes and raise our own funds and take our own actions instead of being subject to a certain board and, you know, not being able to perform our own minds or a group of people's communities' minds. You know, we would have to stay within the lines of the board of the NGO. And also in any given NGO, be it UNICEF, be it the Greenpeace, the administration sucks up minimum 70% of the funds. This is a fact. I mean, the ratio might change 60% to 80%, how effective or how corrupt that NGO is. But in the end, our system, the Littlefish system, is transparent and traceable. Everything is on the chain. Everything is documented and followable. So while one NGO is decentralized and the decision-making power is within the hands of a group of people, here there's community governance, and we can all decide, and we can all contribute actively. And while in one NGO, the funding mechanism is through conventional methods and possibly even subject to taxes, maybe not. Here, it has brand new and creative ways of being funded, and depending on how it's coded, it's not subject to taxes either. So we can, whatever we want to express, whatever it is we want to do, and for whatever cause we want to do, we can transform the system into a more decentralized, a more actively participated, better funded, let's just say, better traceable system. Can I have next slide? Do we have another one? Yeah, so it's going to take us a while, at least a year. And I think Cem can reiterate the steps of the progress better than I can. But within 1 year, we should be a fully functional micro-DAO interacting, many micro-DAOs interacting within the Littlefish system side by side. So Cem, would you like to take over?
Yeah, we will update this roadmap. So we don't call them micro-DAOs anymore, and we call it colonies. And at the end of the year, we want to give them a social system that everyone can see the colonies and select a colony for themselves to support or to be a member of. And after that, we will see. I hope we will accomplish that as soon as possible. Yeah, for the next slide, I think we have the Discord channel. Yes, and it's all. Yeah, and this is extra information that we don't want to show it in IDFest, but the pages will stay there for those who need more information about Littlefish. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Bilge.
You're so welcome, Cem. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one thing for you. We don't say it coin, it's a token. Cardano is a coin, or Bitcoin is a coin. What we make over this blockchains called token.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Thank you. Do you have comments on the presentation? So we can change it. Right
yeah,
now.
I think there were two more things that I saw. One thing was NFTs. NFTs are non-fungible token. I think you said a transaction. No, that was a. So.
I did mean token. I'm sorry.
All right. So, and then the other thing is there is only 5 minutes of time in the idea fest for presenting your idea, and then there are, I think, 15 minutes for Q&A. So yeah, just this presentation was quite a bit longer. So yeah, we just gotta know that. We can adjust. Melanie, what?
Can we just stop sharing for a second?
Of course.
Screen share, I mean. Bilga, how did you feel? How did you feel about the presentation?
What do you mean?
Going through it, how did you feel how did the flow feel? How did it feel doing the presentation? Right now we're jumping on you and going, oh, you need to say DAO, or you need to say this and this and this. How was it for you to present?
I don't mind. I like presenting things, and I don't have stage fright at all. I never had stage frights. So I might be wrong, or I might slip. I stand corrected. Thank you for your input. I don't mind.
No, oh, good. Okay, that's good. I just wanted to check in with you and see how you do, because I get super nervous and I get chatty when I end up, being doing a presentation. So there's just a couple things that I feel like the presentation I hate seeing clear cuts of trees. I hate seeing the logging trucks drive past me, and the words that come into my mind, I'm angry, and I hate these things that are going on. And then I have to remember that it's not the people that I hate, it's the work that's going on. So the only thing that I'm seeing in this presentation is we're really angry and we're fighting the government, we're fighting NGOs. One thing I would like to see is just that we're working with NGOs. Right now, they have admin fees to the roof, no transparency, because they have no other option. And if we create a system like Littlefish Foundation, this could transform NGOs. It could increase trust levels beyond what we have now, with people giving donations and having the freedom to actually choose. I just, I'm a little bit worried that we criticize what's there. The governments, many are corrupt, and there's, all these other things that are going on. Yes. But we also have to find the good in everything and connect with that and bring it in. I shared the link with Plastic Oceans. They have a system now called Blue Communities. So I'm seeing this and going, what if we connected with their projects as is and supported them by some sort of a donation, some sort of an NFT, like we're trying to do with Apocalypsia. And we support them, and then they say, we can show how you can do your donations transparently. Here's the way that you can work with the Cardano blockchain and reduce your administration fees and increase the levels of trust. So I'd like to see that, more focused on, because if we're, you get me talking about clear cutting and that, and I'm angry. And you as a diver, you've got to be angry about what's going on and this crap that's going on, this mess that we're in.
Dear Melanie, if this is a comment to me personally, I live in a geography which has many problems. We have serious corruption problems. We have,
yes.
I mean, you are, with all due respect, you come from
I'm
a country
in Canada. Yes.
It's your experiences do not apply to us. We are living in an environment where we do not trust anyone or anything or any one organization. And personally, we have learned to speak in a way that does not criticize certain functions. I mean, personally, hate is a very strong word. And personally, I talk very careful. I don't criticize anyone directly because I cannot afford to do so. That being said, I like it that there is a way for us to be able to not support those organizations, which I don't trust at all. I mean, if you trust the UNICEF or if you trust any other non-governmental organization or governmental organization, good for you. I mean, I don't in my geography. So this is just me. And I find this system fitting to the things that I protest. You know, I protest to a system that steals from my taxes. And I cannot stop this as an individual, as a citizen with rights. I mean, I'm a taxpayer and I cannot stop this from happening. But here I can. So, I mean, if you want to say that you trust these governments, governmental or non-governmental organizations or governmental organizations, if you personally believe your foundation, the donation money is not being sucked up in the system, how wonderful.
So it's somewhere in between your situation and my situation. Mine's the trust everybody and yours is trust nobody. So there is somewhere in between. So as long as the statements that you make, they have to be founded on proof, because your distrust is based on your experience unless you actually have a fact. So if we make it a blanket statement, so imagine me doing this presentation, Bilga, you'd be triggered by it because I'm going to be doing it from my experience, and it's going to come across as, wow, you know, this is the most gullible person I've ever met. She trusts everybody. And obviously, because she's Canadian, it happens. I don't donate because of my level of trust. There is no transparency. So just so you know, I don't trust my government. And there's a bunch of different trust issues that I have. I'm also trying to work on collaborating with them, if possible, not colluding. And your situation, oh, granted, I know I can't even imagine what it's like. So I apologize if I've come across as ignorant in that.
That's okay.
I have spent a little bit of time in the Middle East.
I generally don't like speaking in generalizations if you have anything against the 70% of the costs of the administration sucking up 70% of the donations. I mean, I also don't like speaking in generalizations, but if you probably Google them, yeah, no NGO would like to give evidence of how much they spend on the administration. If you're looking for proof of this, it would be hard. But if you go online and read about it, if you go online and read about it, you know, with all the donations we've made until now to UNICEF, you know, the vaccination and starvation problem of African children should be fixed by now, no? I mean, I'm pretty sure there are evidences and articles about this, and if you can find a better ratio or a more correct resource, then I mean, I ballparked it, and I know it's a crude generalization, but if we have any one of us has any sort of reference as to what might be a better idea, then I'm willing to change my statement.
No, and I'm sorry. I guess what I want to see is more focus on the Littlefish, on what Littlefish is actually trying to accomplish, and less of all the bad stuff that's going on. We know it. Some of it would be good, and then focusing on Littlefish and the opportunity that it has. I've said enough. Sorry, Yoram, you've been waiting for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I can start with the last one, and and then I have three small remarks. One, when we say NGOs, we need to be, I mean, I know a platform that works with 10,000 NGOs, and I trust all of them. They are very small NGOs, and it's called givingway.com. And so you need to be very careful. I don't trust as well UNICEF and all the big guys, and I live in Geneva, and I know very well how they operate. But there is a lot of, NGO is a general word, right, for a non-for-profit organization. And And within them, there's a lot of NGOs that are doing incredible work. And within them, there's a lot of NGOs, normally the big ones, Red Cross, UNICEF, and so on, that are hiding within administration. This is the only thing you need to be careful, and it doesn't matter where you come from. I mean, that's, I'm sorry to say, and I spend a lot of time in developing countries. So, including my wife coming from beloved Argentina, which is catastrophic. So that's one. And second, I mean, but it's not the subject of why we are here. I think the second thing for the presentation, as Simon said, I mean, we have 5 minutes and we need to remember what's the 1 or 2 sentences that will, what we want people to remember. In the end of the presentation, people don't remember everything. So we need to see what one is the 1 or 2 messages that we want people to understand. That's my view. In the end, when they say Littlefish, we need to know 2 things that they want. And the last comment that I have in my view is in the end, we said that it will take a lot of time, 1 year. So I think 1 year to build something like this is not a lot of time. So I think we just need to a little bit maybe present it differently, in the sense that in 1 year, we already will achieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, instead of saying it will take a lot of time, and look at it in the positive way. And regarding the NGO, again, I understand your passion and your frustration, and all of us are because of it here. And some of us are more privileged, some of us less. But we just need to be careful not to hurt a lot of other NGOs that are working in a good way, especially the small ones. And I met many of those also on the field. So that's the only remarks I have. Hope it's, yeah, 3 remarks. So yeah, makes sense.
Amazing, Yoram. Thanks. Thanks for the input. So we have 5 more minutes to go, I think. Is there anything else about the presentation, or?
No, it's okay. I will change the last page, roadmap. And I will put the KPIs there.
And I want to say just one thing. I was kind of saying on the remarks, but it's, in general, it's amazing, and the content is amazing, and you're speaking amazing. So, I mean, we're just saying what we need, what we suggest to improve, right? I mean, and that's, so it's always come negative, but in general, it's amazing. The slide looks amazing. So yeah, just give what I think should be considered to improve.
Agreed. Yeah,
it's already amazing.
Yeah. Derek.
It's 2 comments. First, is this Littlefish primarily climate related only? And the second question is, I contacted Ryan Vukovic, who also did not submit a Fund 8 proposal, and is very disillusioned with Cardano ADA, and actually thinking about another cryptocurrency altogether. So that's just one question and a comment. So I think this is very much needed, and that's all I have.
So the initial idea was to build a climate-focused, or more generally, sustainable development goal-focused DAO that was working on something like a Kiva. But with this iteration of the product, there is no limitation to what you can represent within the system. It is just decentralized communities, decentralized groups of friends. But the thing is, pretty much everyone here, like from the beginning, had SDG in mind. Like, how can we make the world a better place? This is an offshoot from Cardano for Climate. So what we have in mind at this point is like using the wealth we generate from the platform to actually incentivize things that have the goal of sustainable development goals. And also we can actually have a focus on colonies that do represent the values that we want to represent inside the system first, and let that build out a culture within the ecosystem. So that would mean we would have the Cardano for Climate colony, and we'll work with them to build out the features and work on things that will help achieve the sustainable development goals, that kind of thing.
Amazing. Nothing to add. All right.
Awesome, guys.
I think that's the end of the agenda today.
Yeah.
Recording now.